morning everybody, welcome back to the channel. Motorhome in Fern. Well, today's the day we're going to start the camper build. It's Friday the 15th of August and we've got a few materials to start. We're going to basically put a new floor down first and insulate the floor, and then after that we're going to do some work on the ceiling, the walls, and maybe get a window in the side door and solar panel, etc. So those are the little planned jobs for the coming week or so, guys. So stick with the channel, stick with the build, and hope you enjoy. Alright, so this is my odd work van. It's a Citroen Dispatch long wheelbase. We took all the decals off a few months ago. The last week or so we've been emptying the van out and tidying it out. Right, so let me show you inside the back of the van, everybody. This is a cleared out van now, and we're going to start by putting the floor in. And as you can see, it's got a ply floor already, but it is well and truly screwed down. So we're going to screw the new battens onto the top and put some inch Celotex insulation in the floor. Also get some wiring in, first fix wiring to come across from one side to the other. The door on the left hand side, that is going to have a window, a sliding window, and the right hand one will be mainly closed up for access to my electrics, etc. So let's get started. Right everybody, we're doing okay. As you can see, we've got the battens down and we've got the inch insulation in, so we just got the topping to go on next and get it screwed down. As you can see, we've got a few first fix electrics in as well. We've got the 240 volt sockets going in. We've got a little feed for the water pump as well, the 12 volt water pump, and all the lighting I think we're going to take around the edges and over the ceiling, so it's going well so far. Right, well that's the floor in, everybody, as you can see, and some electrics. The electrics over there to the sockets on the little kitchen area. We're going to have a little low down socket there for a little electric heater, and on this back wall here you can see a cable. This is going up this side, and we're going to have a double socket over the top of the fridge, and you can see a cable at the back there, everybody, that is going to go on the back of the bed, a 2 socket 240 volt and that. So all's going well. As I say, it's first morning, we're about lunchtime now, so what I'm going to do next after dinner is we're going to stick some roof battens on the roof, so they're going off for tomorrow, and tomorrow's job will be to insulate the ceiling and put the pine boarding up. So that is almost day one complete, everybody. So please give me a thumbs up, consider subscribing to the channel, and also give me a like. We'll see you all soon. Well, good morning everybody, welcome back. It's day 2 of the camper van build, and as you can see, yesterday we managed to get the floor in, the insulation in and everything, and we also put some battens on the ceiling. So today's job is to batten that wall out down that side all the way along. That door is mainly going to be for access for the electrics, etc. and that, but that's the plan. We're also going to hopefully get some insulation on the ceiling and the walls as well. Now this is only going to be a day van, everybody, so don't say you should be doing sound deadening and everything and all that. This is literally a day van, a going out for the evening van. We've got the main motorhome, as you can see, for our main travels, so we're doing this on a little bit of a nice little budget, hopefully about £2 or just over. So we're basically going to put on the sides of the walls the compressed Celotex insulation like we laid in the floor and on the ceiling, but there'll be no sound deadening stuck on the walls or anything. So let's carry on. Well, welcome back everybody. As you can see, we've had a bit of a productive morning. You can see the walls They're now insulated. They've pretty well got 2 layers of almost of the inch polystyrene or Celotex boarding. We've got all the lighting in cables as well. We're going to have 2 wall lights at the top, one each end. We've got a wire going through for a USB double socket. What else have we got? On the roof you can see we've insulated the ceiling now. We've got the battens on. We've got a few props holding things up here and there, a few battens holding the insulation from dropping. Down this side as well, this is where the cupboard units are going to be, the little kitchen area. You can see we've got stud work there as well, insulated. We've basically used up all the insulation, so in some parts there's probably about 3 inches there, so we should be warm and cosy. We've got a lighting cable as well for a little LED light over the worktop. Has the 240 mains coming in, the blue cable. This was the side door, everybody, but that is now going to be closed off, access to the electrics. On this wall here we're going to have a little switch panel and a double socket, and in this corner here we're going to have the 12-volt compressor fridge. So that's going to come up about 6 foot, drop down, and then it's going to be the sofa bed all down that side. So we're all basically ready now to tongue and groove the ceiling and the walls out. Now we're not going to go all the way to the floor because it's a bit pointless. We're going to go to bed level, which is going to be about 350 off the floor. You can see we haven't got a great deal of height in here. I think we're down to about 1250 now the floor's in and the ceiling's insulated and battened, but as I say, I think it's going to make a really nice day van. The red cable there, that is going to be the power supply to charge my power station. What we got is we've got an accessory point at the back there, so we've got a plug and lead already in for the power station. Also we're going to have a solar panel, which could be tomorrow's little job and that, but I think all is going well, everybody. So that is day 2 over. Bye for now. Oh, good morning everybody, welcome back to the channel, Motorhoming Fun. Well, we're on day 3 of work van to camper van, and today's little job, we're only going to do a little small job today, everybody, and we are going to put the solar panel on the roof. So this is the solar panel we bought. It's just quite a small one. It's only about 120 watt and that, but it will just be enough to just charge the power station. So what we're going to do first is we're going to fix these brackets on to the corners and to the centre if we need them, and we're going to go and offer it up on the roof space, clean the roof off, and just sand the points where it's sticking to. We're going to use a Sticker-Flex 221, which is a really strong adhesive, and we're going to feed the wires through this little roof gland. So that is my little task for today. Hopefully it should take about an hour or so. It is a Sunday morning. I don't like to be doing too much work out the front with the neighbours, being Sunday, and we'll show you a little bit later, everybody. Bye for now. Right, that is the solar panel onto the roof now, so we'll pop up the ladder and show you, everybody. It took about an hour in total and that, but as you can see, it's all done now. It's all seated nicely. We've got the 6 brackets on. We've got the gland which goes to the roof. The only problem is I couldn't get the ends off these cables. They were so tight and I didn't want to disturb them, so we cut a little section out the bottom of the gland and we Sticker-Flexed it all round, so I'm pretty sure it'll be okay. We've put no end of Sticker-Flex on the inside. So that's Sunday morning job. So tomorrow we'll be back inside and we'll get on with some pine cladding the walls and the ceiling. So thanks again, everybody, for taking the time to watch. We'll see you all soon. Bye for now. Well, good morning everybody, welcome back to the channel. Well, we're on day 4 of the camper build, and today's task is to pine board the walls and the ceiling. So we'll just spin you round. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some pine V-groove matchboarding on the ceiling. We're going to leave a slight gap down the centre, and we're going to have a centre board with 4 LED lights. Down this side, this is the kitchen side. We're going to have pine boarding across the top here and down to the floor here, and also on the right hand side here we're basically going down to the bed height with the pine boarding. So that is today's task, and feed all the wires through as well. Right, just a quick update everybody. You can see what we've done so far. We've put the pine V-shape matchboarding on the sides. We've got some wires through for 2 lights and a USB point everywhere. So, and we've got the bed coming out here about 600 and back down, and at the far end we're going to have the fridge. We're halfway across the roof. We're going to stop about here, similar side, and then we're going to put a wide 6-inch board across the centre with 4 LED spotlights. So we'll soon be on to the second side. The back and the shoulder is just about holding up at the moment, but we'll keep going until about dinner time. Right, welcome back everybody. We've had quite a productive morning, I think. As you can see, what we've done is we put the pine V-shaped cladding on the walls. This is going to be the kitchen side. Above the wheel arch you're not going to see, that's going to be underneath the worktop. We're going to have a big tool unit here with a tambour door with a little oven above. On the opposite side you can see we put the V-shaped cladding as well. We've got the lighting wires in, we've got a USB point wire. Down below at the far end, that is where the 12-volt compressor fridge is going to go, and then we've got a 1850 slide out bed coming down this side. So the slide out bed is going to come out about 600, the kitchen probably about 450, leaving a 450 gap in the middle. Ceiling cladded as well. You might say, well, we're not finished that. Well, we've got a reason for that. What we're going to do is put a pine board in, 6 or 7x1, straight down the middle with 4 LED lights. Now if they fail in years to come, they're going to be easier to replace than taking boards down if we have spotlights in different places. So we're going to have a long line of 4 LED spotlights. So that is basically it everybody for day 4. So this is the views back out of the van. Now the only window we're going to have in this back here is on this sliding door where this panel is, so that is possibly going to be day 5 job. We're not going to do nothing tomorrow everybody. We've got a hospital appointment tomorrow to see my shoulder surgeon, so hopefully that goes okay. So we're having a bit of a rest day tomorrow, but day 4 completed, and I think we're doing quite well. We'll see you all on day 5. Bye for now. Well, good morning everybody, welcome back to the channel, Motorhoming Fun. Well, we're currently on day 5 of work van to camper van conversion. As you can see, this is it, and at the moment we're just doing a bit of prep on these walls. We're just filling all the little holes up and that ready for sanding to give a coat of varnish. We're going to put the lighting board up down the middle there with 4 spotlights. And that today's job was originally to put that window in the side door, but we opened the packaging up yesterday and there was no glue with it, so that is either going to be a Thursday job or a Friday job now everybody. So as I say, we're well on the way this morning, or we just started, so we'll show you a bit of progress soon. Right, so that's the lighting board made up. You can see we put 4 holes down the centre. These are the spotlights we're using. They've got the black rims, and they also got a little remote control what comes with it, and that's going to be screwed up to the ceiling on the main battens with some brass cups and screws. Right everybody, so that's the lighting board up. You can see we've got 4 lights. You can alter the brightness as well, reduce it. There's different modes as well. You can see you got flashing mode. You can change the speed of those. So I'm quite pleased with that, how that's gone. I think those were about £8, those were, with this little remote control. We just got it plugged into the accessory point at the moment, just to test out. That accessory point is there to charge my power station. So the next job this morning is we're going to sand the filler on the nail holes of the cladding, and then we're going to get some coats of varnish on. Right, welcome back everybody. I think we're going to call it a day now for day 5 of the work van to camper van conversion. I think we've had a good morning. As you can see, we've done the lighting on the top. We've also put a couple of coats of varnish on the walls and the ceiling. We took the panels off the door ready for tomorrow if the glue comes. We also need the right conditions, and that we need it quite a warm day, we do, so the glue gives it a chance to set. So as I say, the window is going in there, and it'll have a little slider coming this way. So hopefully that's tomorrow's job. So we'll just show you as we spin you around how it's looking this way. Now what we're going to do at the top here, we're going to put a little drop down, sorry my hand's not in the right place, we're going to put a little drop down pelmet, and it's going to have a row of LED lights all around the sides and on the back around the kitchen sides. That'll be a nice little feature as well. And that, as we can see, we've got the spotlight in the far end, spotlight in this end. On the floor you can see the cable coming up, that's for a double socket on the end of the bed panel. And also there we've got a wall light, and we're going to have 2 double sockets as well, plus the one on the floor which will be on the end of the kitchen unit. That'll be for a little electric heater if we need something. And that's as I say, day 5. It's all coming on well. Probably does want one more coat of varnish and that, touching up possibly once it's all done, but I'm quite happy with the progress. See you all tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe, comment and like. Well, good morning everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're currently on day 6 of our work van to camper van conversion or build. So today's little task is to put the window in the side door. So it's not a job I'm particularly looking forward to, but it's got to be done. I've been watching a few YouTube videos, so hopefully it should go to plan. So we'll spin you around. So that is the van. You can see the motorhome there as well. So we're going to put the window in this side. It's going to go in this little bit of a recess bit all the way round. Sorry, down the bottom, we lost you there for a minute, and up to the end. Now the only thing is we've got to take these deadlocks out the door. They're going to be in the way because the glass comes right over to the edge. We have got this little extra one as well, but they're not so good as those deadlocks, so we might have to increase the security on the inside with some sort of lock or a bolt or something. So we'll just pop in and show you the inside. Right, we're a little bit dark in here, sorry, but right, so basically you can see this line around here. That is like the cut line all the way round. We've got to cut through these, what they call the ribs. We'll do that with a little mini disc cutter, and then what we'll do is we'll pop a load of holes through all around the edge to give us a line to go to. We'll draw around all those drill holes, and then we'll cut it out with the jigsaw. And that. So that is today's job. We're going to take our time. It's going to take us 3 or 4 hours, I guess. And then once it's in, we're going to, well, I'm not going to use the van till tomorrow anyway, so it's going to have a good setting time. So we'll show you a bit of progress as we go, everybody. We'll see you all soon. Right, welcome back everybody. As you can see now, we cut through the ribs on the inside. You can see those cut through with the disc cutter. what we've done is we've put loads of little drill holes around, and we've done a bit of a dot to dot all the way around. So we're going to follow that line round now with a jigsaw, and hopefully the window's going to go in. And that's so we're about 30 minutes in with the process at the moment. We'll just show you on the inside. Right, so this is the inside. This is a rib which we've cut through. That's like a stiffening bar. As I say, we put little drill holes all around that little edge line there, which is like the double skin edge, and that we have got a rubber to go over that. So it's time to cut it out now, and once we cut it out, we've got to make sure all the rough edges are smoothed down with a grinder or a file, and then we've got to paint over the bare edges with some metal paint. So let's get on with cutting it out. Right, so that's a scary bit over. Big hole there now in the van, so we've got to clean all these edges down now just with a grinder, and then put a little bit of metal paint, Hammerite or whatever you've got. So we're doing okay, everybody. I think we're going to test the window in to see if it fits soon as well. Right, so the next job is just to, as I say, just dab some paint on these bare edges. So this is actually a green metal paint I had for some railings once on a job. So we have got some black Hammerite, but I'm saving that for another job on the van. But just literally, this is just to stop everything rusting. As I say, we have got a metal, or sorry, not a metal, a rubber strip which is going on this next, so we'll show you that pretty soon, everybody. Once the paint's dried, we shall put the rubber around, and then we're going to give everything a good clean all around with some alcohol wipes, and then it will be time to fit the window in. So as I said, it wasn't a job I was particularly looking forward to, this, but it's going okay so far, touch wood. Sorry, I'm not actually showing you this sometimes, am I? I'm not pointing the camera in the right place, but basically you got the gist of it, everybody. So we'll complete this, and then we'll show you the rubber. Right, so this is the rubber, guys. So we've got to basically feed that on all the way round. Now, I was told to start at the centre, at the bottom, come round, joint it up, leave it about a centimetre over, spring it in, then push it into the corner, and we've got to tap it all round with a little soft hammer afterwards. So, as I say, this is the next stage, putting the rubber round. Right, well, that is the rubber edging right round. That gives a nice lovely seal around those bare metal edges, and it also finishes off nicely on the inside. So that is that stage done. We'll just show you the inside. Right, let's pop it in. So you can see it has made a nice neat edge around here. As I say, I thought all these things were going to come with a kit with a window, but they didn't, so we had to buy these separately. Luckily they came the next day. So we're now going to clean it all up, everybody, with the alcohol wipes and everything, and then it's going to be stick it in time and leave it for a good few hours. So process at the moment, it's took about an hour and 20 minutes. It has, so not too bad at all. Right, so the next thing I want to do is basically just add a little bit of a dry fit, and then what we've got to do is we've got to prime around all the window edge and the back of this glass with some primer. Right, so we're now wiping the glass clean with this wiper which was sent everybody, and then we're going to prime all the edges with the primer so the glue adheres to it. So we do that on all the surfaces. Quick drying it is, and then we'll put a coat of the primer on, probably let that go off for about 30 minutes, and then the next stage will be sticking the window in. Sticking the window in can be a little bit of a two-hand job. What we've got to do is we've got to get some masking tape all prepared, ready. Stick it on the top of the roof so it laps down onto the window and all around the sides, basically to stop the window dropping. Right, so that is a little primer you get with a kit, and you get this little application tool. And basically we're going to rub the primer all around the edges, just enough where the glue's going to go, everybody. Right, as you can see, we put the primer around the edges. We're going to put the sealant about 2 centimeters in all round. Now that goes in as a V shape, as a special nozzle, and that is done. And we'll also put the primer around the van as well. So you can see the black primer all around. Doesn't particularly matter how far you go, but that is the primer. It's quite quick setting, but I think we're going to take the opportunity to have a quick coffee break now, and then we'll get the masking tape prepared and the sealant gun, and then hopefully get it stuck in, everybody. We're about an hour and a half into the job at the moment, so I would imagine you could do it in 2 hours, comfortably in 2 hours, I would say. Right, so there's all the masking tape on ready, just to pull down once we've got it in place, and then hopefully we're going to centralise it and just leave it for a good few hours. We're just going to have one more dry fit. Right, that's the window in place, everybody. Oh, never struggled so much in my life to get that mastic out of that gun. It was so stiff. I can see why people say get a battery powered mastic gun now, but oh, that took me about 10 minutes, 15 minutes to squeeze it all around the window. I think it's okay. Hope I've got enough sealant around it to stick. As you can see, we've got it taped in now, and that, so that'll get left on for most of the day. We'll show you inside. So this is inside now. As you can see, it does transform it, putting the window in and that. So you can probably just make out the rubber seal, what we put on around the edge. That just makes it nice and neat. We are going to paint the doors black. We are in time, probably do it with some Amorite or something and that. But that's took about 2¼ hours this morning. We're not rushed it. As I say, we did watch a few YouTube videos, so we knew the process, what to do. As I say, it's just the mastic. As I say, unless you've got really strong hands, I found that very hard myself, but job done. Well, that's the end of week 1, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed the little video we just made, and week 2 we shall probably commence on Saturday, and the next jobs in line are to make the slide out bed, do the little cupboard for the fridge, and also get the cabinets made for the kitchen. And that's basically next week's project, as and when we feel like doing some. And that, as I say, we've had 6 days this week. We had a day off, and we've not been doing long days, 3-4 hours every day. So as I say, I'm quite pleased with the progress. So thanks again for watching. Do comment, do like, and also subscribe, please. And we'll see you next week. Bye for now.